When buying items in either line, always enter code Aceface in the Support a Creator tab. This will make it so 5% of the purchase will support me at no extra cost to you, so I appreciate it a lot. Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're here in the system of Inu in our Paladin. So what I've done is, we lost the Paladin during that mission run. I bought a rattlesnake and I did like a few events with it, but now I've actually sold that rattlesnake and bought the Paladin back. It was a dumb idea because when you sell ships, you lose the rigs and you lose usually quite a significant percentage by buying and selling, because buying stuff is usually more expensive than selling stuff. Otherwise people just sell everything all the time. But we've got the Paladin again because I felt like that was the right ship for me, and the reason for that is because I wanted to do some chill Triglavian hunting. Let's see if we can find some. I've had this requested that people miss Triglavian hunting, and I also think that it's pretty fun. It's one of my favorite activities to do in high sec as well. So we'll go here and search for them. It's pretty easy to find them. You just go. I've got a whole route of different systems that you can use. So here, you can just set destination, just add them here. Add. There we go. So then we just optimize the route and look for the next destination. Something I wanted to do in this video was I wanted to also, while we're moving, because it usually takes a bit of time for us to find Triglavian wormholes, is to see if we can explore potential new Triglavian hunting fits. I've been pretty much using the same fits this whole time for the last 3, even 4 now, 3 years. Triglavian hunting has been out for. It's 4, just under 4 years, over 4 years it's been out, because it's 2021 I believe they came out in the way that we have it today. So there's people talking in chat. These people arguing in the chat. But I've got different fits. You've seen them many times before. So one of the ones that give the most ISK per hour is this Triglavian Hunter V2. This one here is a golem, and it's used to fight the Triglavians close range. It's great because this fit does a lot of DPS, and you're able to extract the loot a lot easier than sniper-based ships. Like, ooh, nice. Got Triglavian straight away. It was not planned, by the way. That golem is really great. It just pulls in all the loot really quickly. The Paladin, it takes a long time because you have to sniper away. So then the time it takes to pull in stuff, it is a significant limiting factor. So you often end up just having to wait for loot to be hauled in, and sometimes even have to reposition multiple MTUs unless you have a person who can help you with a salvaging ship that can pull stuff in. The Noctis is pretty good because it's got very good tractor beam range. So that's one fit, the golem. And then the other fit that I like to use a lot is both this Paladin and also this Kronos. They're basically the same concept. This is one here. You see it's got the Tachyon beam lasers and just max DPS with minimal tank. And so, not max DPS, but a lot of DPS, a lot of range. Range is very important. And then minimal tank. So it's the same thing with this Kronos here. A lot of DPS, range, minimal tank. And these guys work the same way. They keep far away. They snipe. The good thing about them is they're a lot cheaper than the golem. You don't have to invest so much in the tank, so you can get away with doing this in a lot cheaper style fit. But it is a bit less ISK per hour, or quite a bit less ISK per hour. So it's like pluses and minuses there. And then I've also got a special fit which I made a few videos on, not a whole lot, but you have seen it. You might have seen it. It's another Paladin fit. It's a brawl style. So this is the second brawl style fit, but this one I don't have as much experience in. It's this extreme pally close trig single. I believe it was this one, yeah. This is where we go really hard on the armor repair. The reason it's called single is because it's got single armor repair and really maximizing that armor repair. So we go with the dual Centum ATAC multi-spectrums, damage control, and it's going to have a lot of HP per second. As you can see here, resists are off the charts, and armor repair rate pretty high. And you add in some implants, which this fit is made to have. It's not got any, but it's made to have implants. You will have insane amounts of armor HP per second. So this is another fit. I don't have as much experience with it, but it does work. The conflagration, it can have some trouble tracking the small stuff that's up close. That's something you have to be careful with. So keep in mind that is something that can be a little bit spicy. So you don't want to, you need to have good skills and be prepared to have good tracking abilities with your ship if you want to destroy the small stuff. So those are the fits I've got that are battleships that you do Triglavian hunting. Another one is the Naga. Combat Naga Trig Hunt. This is a really good entry-level Triglavian hunting ship. Very, very entry-level. It costs it says here 140 million, but I believe it actually costs less because in this fitting here I've got a lot of ammunition. You can go get by with a lot less ammunition. Let's see. I just want to get my magnate out of here. Oh, wait. Do you not have a magnate? I thought we did. I thought I did put one of these magnates in it. Oh. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. We don't have any core probe launchers in range and no magnet. I thought I did. And now that I remember what happened was I tried to move the magnate to the Paladin. But the problem was that it had a lot of MTUs in it, so I couldn't move it. And I must have forgotten to put it back in there. Oh well, we'll go back to Jita and get it. It's important to have a little scanning frigate in your ship because then you can scan stuff around. But this was the system Isaziwa. Yeah, I've been in this system a lot of times before. So those are the fits. We've got the Brawling fits, the Golem and the Paladin, a little bit more experimental style. And then the two sniper fits, battleships, the Kronos and the Paladin. And then we've also got the Naga, which is a pretty good sniping ship as well. A very good entry level. But it would be nice to find something new because I've not really explored much new. The only thing new over the years have been that Paladin ship with the Brawl style. So it will be interesting to do that. The thing is, when you're doing Triglavian hunting, you need to have really good tank or to somehow be able to avoid the DPS because you have so much DPS incoming. It's hard to tank it. You either have the choice of tanking it or avoiding it, and that's what the snipers do. They avoid all the damage. Now, one way maybe that we have not tried is perhaps like a really fast ship. That could be quite interesting. You know, you're orbiting very fast, but you're going to have a lot of extra capacitor fueling in MWD. A lot of extra capacitor is going to be dedicated to that specific module. It feels almost better just to keep range and just snipe. So I don't know if it'll be the best strategy to orbit stuff. If you guys have got any interesting ideas for potential Triglavian hunting ships, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be curious to know. But it could be something new. You know, the speed tanking. I know Zach, really cool YouTuber. He once did Triglavian hunting with me a long time ago, where I was using a Kronos and he was using a Wolf, and he was going with an MWD really fast. So the NPCs could barely touch him, but they actually managed to get him, or they did do a lot of damage in the end. So it seems like the Triglavians are hard to speed tank because they've got quite a lot of good tracking capable ships there. I think the frigates are very good at tracking. We need to have very good DPS tank ships or stuff that's able to snipe well. And it can't be a ship with missiles. Missiles don't work. Or they do, but they're suboptimal in my opinion because it takes so much time. Oh, there's even an Ikoro here. That's pretty cool. The missiles, say you have a golem with cruise missiles sniping. It's not so nice because you're going to have to waste so much time with the missile to travel to hit the target. You're going to have to send so many volleys. Instead, you can sort of capitalize on guns using their long range. Then you just snipe straight away because when you're really far away, the tracking doesn't matter at all as much as it does when you're close because transversal doesn't affect it that much. So, I mean, an Apocalypse, perhaps. Apocalypse could be maybe a cheaper variant. It would be interesting to have, say, an upgrade to the Naga. So, Naga, you go in there, 120, 148 million ISK. It would be nice, perhaps, to have a little bit upgraded ship, actually. That wouldn't be the dumbest idea. Tachyon, beam laser. Tachyon beam laser 2. So, it's a similar concept, you know, the sniper base. Oh, this thing can't even fit. That's unfortunate. Tachyon beam laser. What kind of DPS do we get with this? Gleam 390. Very little DPS. That is really little DPS actually. I would have expected more. I mean, I know we've not got any damage modules, but still. Something like this, and then you put up diagnostic system to get some extra power grid. Micro jump. So this would be a similar concept to the Paladin. You put heat sink. And we need to have very good range in these kinds of ships that are really good range because otherwise we're not going to be able to hit out far enough. The good thing, I guess, about the Paladin is that, or the Apocalypse, is that unlike the Paladin, which has to be stay put with its Bastion module, the Apocalypse can actually move at the same time if it's doing DPS. Maybe we put something like an ancillary current router. There we go. That's a bit more power grid friendly here. And a damage control to give some extra base tank. Something like that. And then you go with a cat battery. Republic Fleet large cat battery. Tracking computer. Oh, the CPU is now a problem. Maybe we can remove that. Tracking computer. Optical compact tracking computer. It's a bit difficult with the CPU here. Sensor booster is good because we need to be able to actually hit the stuff that is on the grid by locking them up. If we can't lock them up, we can't hit them. If we were to put something like multi-spectrum coating, something like that, that at least fits. So you got this going on. Let's see what kind of range we can expect from this. I mean, this is still really bad. Like, look at that Tachyon beam laser. This is really bad. The Naga gets similar DPS and it can get a better range. Ultraviolet can get alright range. You can add some optimal range scripts as well. You can get some good range here, 100 kilometers. That's alright. Maybe the ambit extension. There's an ambit extension rig. That thing is pretty good at extending our range. But look how the power grid's off the charts here. It seems difficult. It seems difficult. Not at all so easy. But something like this could be possible. I wonder if a rock would be good. Rock. Alright, let's just close that. We've got our Paladin, so we need to get the magnet that we're talking about. This ship is awesome. The magnet is really good because this can scan down anything. Magnet super scanner is the one I wanted because it's a super scanning ship. There we go, perfect. So there were some Triglavians in Isaziwa, but there also were in Aikoro. Let's go to Aikoro. I feel like the Apocalypse is a very difficult ship to use for sniping because of the lack of DPS and the range like it, but maybe if Orok would be an alternative. This thing has got pretty good sniper capabilities. Railgun. Put the biggest and baddest railgun on this thing. So the power grid is not completely wrecked like the Apocalypse. At least this one can use it. Oh look, you get some good range with this actually. So this is definitely a good alternative actually. Plutonium maybe. Like we're not even using any range modules and you can still hit them really far with the spike. See here. The Iridium is a pretty good one. And also plutonium, those are the ones that... Oh, there's uranium actually in the Naga that I use a lot. So you could have something like this and you just buff the range quite a bit. And look at those mid slots. Oof, that looks nice. Tracking computer. Dual tracking computers. Optimal range, and then you get suddenly a really good range. Look at that. Crazy range. But the DPS, oof. DPS is not at all that great. It's basically the same DPS as the Naga actually. Put like a quad magnetic field stabilizers, but not that good still. Caloric Navy antimatter. Okay, you get 700 DPS. That's alright. I guess you could say this is sort of quote unquote an upgrade to a Naga. It does get a bit more DPS than a Naga, but still it's not the best actually. Like, I would have at least wanted to get a 1k DPS, but it's hard to do that. Very, very difficult at this range, you know. And then another alternative would be to go to Brawl style. Problem with the Brawl style is that you need really good tank. Another ship that I forgot to mention is that I have tried the passive rattlesnake fit in doing brawling stuff. That can actually work, but it's pretty slow. DPS there is not neither as good as the Golem Earth as well. There's the Armageddon. A maelstrom. Yeah, we need something with a range, really. Does a Leshak work? Leshak could work, perhaps. Entropic disintegrator. Leshak would be an interesting change, actually. Super title. There we go. This one here is the one we want. The big one, super. Occult or mystic. Mystic is the long range, but there's nowhere near the range required to be able to kill the Triglavians. You know what an alternative could be? It could be, you know, having a group of people, and then you have maybe 3 Leshaks. So then you can go and do remote repairs on each other. That would be quite good, actually. You get remote repairs, you get a really good attack, and you also get some decent DPS too. That would be good. And then you all brawl at the same place. Because the Leshak is really good ship to be able to remote repair each other. That would be actually interesting. Large remote armor repair. Almost there in Isaziwa. These fits... It's difficult to come up with these Triglavian hunting fits. Very difficult, actually. I was lucky to come up with these sniper-based fits, and even then it wasn't completely my idea. I've heard that a lot of people have done sniping fits as well. It would be interesting to try something new. You can use the Centum ones, the A-type medium ones. They're more expensive, but they use less capacitor, I believe. They're mediums, though. The large... A 512 over 6 seconds. Oh yeah, the large one is quite a bit better. But it does use more capacitor. Something like that. You would have 2000 HP every 6 seconds. That's not factoring in the resists. But let's say you just max out the resists here. Multi-spectrum energized membrane. And then you put a reactive armor hardener. And then you put damage control as well, because why not? So we get maximum resists. Something like that. It's still not that much, actually, because this is a Tech 1 ship, so it's not going to be able to get so good resist like a Tech 2 ship like there's the Marauder. It's difficult to go away from the Marauders. It's difficult to leave them. You need to find these really overpowered base ships to be able to use them in the Triglavian hunting, like say the Rattlesnake. Do you guys have any suggestions? Any interesting fits that we've not really tried much out on this channel? Because I would like to find something new to try. I think it's hard to find something that can beat the Paladins, but at least something that does work and does about the same job, you know. We did have the Abaddon. Abaddon. Oh, it's this one here, not Abba. Let's see. We got this. This thing will not work because it doesn't have any bonuses to the range. So it's just going to be just good DPS, but the range will not be there. So we'll not be able to snipe. And this is not going to have the tank to be able to... Yeah, it's not going to be able to tank stuff. It's got bonus to resist, which is nice, but armor HP per second is not going to be enough. Right. The Oblivion. Oblivion. We've got the Magnet Super Scanner here. Let's search for that wormhole. It was a long time since we run these wormholes. I like them. Look how many of those harrowing Kikimoras and people there are. And coalition of Triglavians. Triglavian collective. Look at this nice skin here. Looks a bit like some Society of Conscious Thought. For some reason it reminds me of Jove, this skin. Because I've seen pictures of the Jove ships, and they all seem to be quite greenish. That's why I think about the Jove. See here. You see this kind of stuff. This is the Jove ships here. So the trick to finding these wormholes quickly Just look which one has the level 2 scanning difficulty, and that will be the one in almost all the cases. It always is the level 2 scanning, but I mean, it could be that you got 2 wormholes with level 2 scanning in the same system of pure coincidence. For example, this one, we know there's not this one because it's level 1. So we then go to this one directly. Don't have to bother scanning anymore. I would like to do more exploration as well. You know, where you go around scanning for the combat sites. Thing is, it's not really that worth it in high sec. I could actually consider to do it in null sec because that's a lot more worth it. Go with a Tengu or a T3 cruiser. That would be quite nice actually. Especially the Legion I like, because the Legion is, in my opinion, a very good ship to go hunting for combat sites just due to the way it works. The fact that it's got the beam laser ammunition is very good because you don't have so much a risk of running out of ammunition. I have run out of ammunition to Tango. It was very tragic. We've got any interesting skins here. The thing I just dislike is the Legion has really bad skins. Imperial Police. Yeah, see here, unstable wormhole. Warp in at 100 kilometers. Let's bookmark that thing. And there we go, we've got the wormhole here. There's also some shuttles. Some guy traveling through Pochven here. We're not going to actually have time to run this down because I got to take a bit of a break, but next time we'll go and run it. Here I wanted to mainly just discuss the different types of fits that we've been using and potentially new ones, but I think it's difficult to come up with one for the future. If you guys got any ideas, let me know in the comments down below. Next time we'll go and conquer that wormhole. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something new. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.